Thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Powell. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, Gordon out there with Jokic. And there's JaVale McGee. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Morris in at the 1. Now here's Doncic. Porzingis at the elbow. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Powell finds Porzingis. Here's Richardson. Just 4 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Morris outside. And it's McGee atop the key. Over Porzingis. Second shot opportunity. The Mavericks pull it in.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
Finney Smith can't get it to go. Here's Denver now. And here we go. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Now, here's Doncic. And so just over a minute and a half played. Outside, Porzingis. Dallas again missing.
Boy, a miss like that would drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish. 2
points. That one goes. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Now, here is Morris. Now, Jokic. Can they get it? Powell pulls it in.
3 straight misses to begin the game. Not the start they were hoping for.
Takes a shot at the elbow. Here's Finney Smith. Richardson gets a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 4. And Porter, here we go. Misses in close. And here comes the break. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Boy, the vertical that Aaron Gordon has helps him on the defensive end. Twice on the pipes with that block.
That one goes. Count it.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get it to the right guy, get a high percentage look, and that's the kind of game they want to play tonight.
Now, here's Richardson. Doncic right side. The Nuggets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And Porter, here we go. It's blocked.
Beautiful defense from Powell. Uses that impressive length to come away with that rejection.
And the basket is good.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Now, here's Doncic. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Back to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there. And
here is Morris. The kick out to Porter. And stolen by Richardson. Doncic against Porter. Here's Porzingis. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Millsap comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Morris. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. Oh, my goodness! Wow. What a play!
Well, I'll tell you this. He is a relentless scorer at this point, Aaron Gordon. He is not afraid of taking contact.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Bol, he's checked in for Jokic, and it's Rivers in for Porter. Pass to Hardaway from downtown. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And here they come. A pass to Gordon. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Just put the pass in his vicinity, and Aaron Gordon will take care of the rest.
Outside Hardaway. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's all tied in Denver. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Jalen Brunson. Cauley Stein is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Redick in at the shooting guard position. Here's Marjanovic. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Millsap and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Now the Mavericks with it. Hardaway from outside. And Bol pulls it down. Denver shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Here's Chancellor. Guarded by Hardaway. Chancellor, the pass to Rivers. And again, Denver no good. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
A team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. It was shot by Redick. No good. The Nuggets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? Mikal and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Hardaway for 3. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got 4 rebounds in this game.
With him scoreless in the latter part of this one, it's awfully hard to come back.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Millsap kicks to Harrison. From the arc. The shot off that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Doncic with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Step back shot. And he hits the jump shot. Doncic has got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Jumps up, and the dunk by Ball.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
Passes to Burke. Richardson dishes to Burke. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's the break. Here's Ball. Up again. Knocked away. Mavericks trail by 4. Burke, the pass to Richardson. Missed inside. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. For 3, Millsap. Bull. It's good on the putback. Bull's got the lead up to 6 now for Denver.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
Now here's Rivers. Burke covering. Here's Millsap. Makes it off the glass. Millsap's got 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Doncic. Here's Porzingis. And right as the buzzer sounded, he just... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were always within striking distance. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd period.
We've got second-half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
They've got JaVale McGee. Porter is out there with Morris, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Gordon in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver. But I'm glad we got to see the mobile 1 block once more. What a play.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Doncic against Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Drains the 3-pointer. 14 points for him.
Well, Porzingis will make you pay if you collapse off of him.
Now, here is Morris. No points in the game yet for him. Floats it up for Jokic. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Doncic feeling it out. Steps back and fires. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And the basket by Gordon.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Richardson kicks to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Oh, can we get a load of that one? Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. And here's Doncic from the arc. Denver grabs the miss. McGee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Porter against Doncic. And they double up Doncic. And they pick up 2. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Porter in the corner. Doncic against Morris. Here's Jokic, and Denver again with the bucket.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Out to Doncic. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by Jokic. The Nuggets leading by 7. Right side, Porter. And he gets the basket. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the wide open shot from Redick. Offensive rebound. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. There's a minute left in the third quarter. Rivers kicks to Millsap. For the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Millsap's got the lead up to 9 now for Denver.
And I'll tell you, Millsap's one of those players, he just seems to get better every day he's been in this league. And more than anywhere else, I think that shows in his ability to score from beyond.
Brunson against Rivers. Redick passes to Hardaway. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
I just love how confident Tim Hardaway Jr. is from long distance. This guy will cash in from there.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And then Rivers with the dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Brunson kicks to Redick. This one for 3. The shot comes out. And so it's Denver holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Hardaway, Jalen Brunson out there with Trey Burke, and there's Porzingis, and it's Redick in at the 3, the small forward. To the inside, Porzingis passes to Redick. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's Green missing. Mavericks trail by 8. Hardaway for 3. Cans it from downtown. Hardaway has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Dallas. Denver shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Jalen Brunson. Back to Harrison. And shot on the way. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Redick for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. McGee's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Harrison kicks to Rivers. Jokic trying to free himself up. Rivers can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 7. Hardaway from outside. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Burke. Jokic passes to Porter. Throws it up high, and he lays in the alley-oop.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Doncic outside. Kicks it out to Richardson. Dishes it to Cauley Stein. Doncic outside. Launches a 3. Richardson trying to break loose. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Doncic.
He has been taking and making big shots for a long time. Luka Doncic with the delivery.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Porzingis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Morris looking over the floor. The pass to Porter. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jokic over Porzingis, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
And here's Doncic from the arc. That shot, no good. Now Denver takes it the other way. He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 9-point ball game here. Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. To the middle, here's Richardson. He dishes it to Cauley Stein. Richardson outside. The 3 for Doncic. The long distance 3 is buried. Doncic has got 5 points now this quarter.
What I love about Luka Doncic is how much fun he has playing the game. Shots like that, the flair just demonstrated.
Morris against Doncic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. 1:07 left to play in the final quarter. Doncic against Porter. Now Hardaway. The tray. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
One of the purest shots in NBA history. Redick's a guy you can count on in crunch time.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. And here is Morris. He lobs it up, and it's McGee with the jam.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, and with his height, it is really hard to affect Porzingis' shot without fouling him. He is a problem for defenders.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. McGee, the pass to Gordon. Floats it up for Jokic. A putback. It's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. So the Nuggets win it. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort. The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles. We are...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Monte Morris is out there with Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's McGee in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Los Angeles, we've got Patrick Beverley. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. Now, here is Morris. McGee inside. Zubac defending. Shot clock at 4. 4 seconds left. In deep, McGee drops it in.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
George with the bounce pass. Leonard with the ball. He's against Gordon.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Outside Leonard. And Beverley kicks to Leonard. 5 to shoot. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
That's a quick move, and that's a soft touch. That's mid-range opportunities for Kawhi Leonard to cash in on.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Gordon. Pass to Porter. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Jokic with the bucket.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
George dishes to Leonard. The pass to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Over Gordon. Leonard, no luck. The Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Porter passes to Jokic. Over Leonard. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Porter. Jokic has got his second basket of the game. And here's Beverley. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. Porter against George. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible, and I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Here's Morris. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Passes it to Jokic. That one goes in. Jokic has got 8 points.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Beverley dishes to Morris. And that'll be 2. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
George with no one around. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Here's Leonard. Jokic grabs the miss. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to the team. Now just...
And so it's the Denver Nuggets going into the break with a 10-point lead. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done any...
Old school basketball,
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Kennard is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum, and it's Mann in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. There's the lob to the hoop. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Clippers trail by 7. Jackson with it. Pass to Kennard. Dishes to Cousins. And Bull pulls it down.
Now, there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Millsap kicks to Rivers. Back to Millsap. Fires the 3. Kennard with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Jackson misses. The Nuggets leading by 7. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Chanchar, the pass to Bull. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Patterson's checked in. Bull. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Jackson looking around. Feeds it to Patterson. Right side, Batum. Now, here's Kennard. D right on him. Basket counts. Kennard's got 5 points so far.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's Rivers, and then Rivers with the dunk.
Well, the problem defensively after Rivers gets a step is nobody sliding over in time to slow him down.
Here's Kennard. He has 5. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not a elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
John Shard, no good. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Mann. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Now here's Rivers. He's guarded closely. Jackson with it. Picked up by Rivers. Jackson kicks to Patterson. Here's Mann. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
It's kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They've led by as much as 10. And he makes that one. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
There's 42 seconds left in the first half. Leonard, no luck.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Porter passes to Morris. Again, the miss by Morris. The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And here is Morris. Five on the clock. Down low. Paul George with the steal. It could go. He can't hit that time. And a close game so far. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 8 points and 2 rebounds. And that does it for our halftime show.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Yeah, early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Gordon. Monte Morris is out there with Michael Porter. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Jokic in at the power forward.
The playmaking.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
6 to shoot. Morris kicks to Gordon. Here's Jokic. From outside, off the mark. Clippers trail by 3. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubats. Morris against Beverly. Morris, no good. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, it was weird because it looked like the defense was ready for the move, but Paul George had a little something extra for him.
Now, here is Morris. Pass to Jokic, over Morris. And it's Jokic missing.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
McGee against Leonard. Shoots over McGee. And he overshot that one, missing.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Porter finds Gordon. Up again.
Yeah, Jokic in a smart place there, collects the offensive rebound, very alert, and cleans up the mess.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. The pass to George. Finds himself wide open and drills it. George has got 6 points. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Passes it to Jokic. Hangs in the air. No good on the shot. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
One player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Here's Morris. Pass to Jokic. Over Beverly. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
6'10", 250 pounds. That's a big man out there, and he uses his size to draw the contact there. Nice job by Jokic.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Los Angeles. And a switcher also for Denver. Millsap's checked in. Pass to Kennard. Jackson against Rivers. Jackson passes to Cousins. And that one, good.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And there's the pass to Harrison. We've got 1:48 left to play in the third. And the rejection by Cousins.
I like it. Cousins making impact on the defensive end. Nice to have a rim presence and blocks that shot away.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Back to Kennard. There's the 3. The shot will not fall. And it's Denver the other way. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first foul. The Nuggets trail. Passes it to Harrison. 1:02 left in the third quarter of the game. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Outside Jackson. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Rivers looking over the floor. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Bull kicks to Rivers. Shot clock at 6. Over Jackson. Rivers can't get it to go. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's foul number 2 for him. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jackson has the open look. Los Angeles with another miss. One-on-one here. And finished off by Porter. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Yeah, Porter working very hard to keep the play alive and come up with some point production.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nuggets lead by... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Kennard is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum, and it's Man in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Just 5 on the clock. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Out in his own on the break. For the finish. That's tipped.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Pull up Shea. And it's finished off by Batum. Batum's got the fourth quarter started here with buckets for Los Angeles. Pass to Harrison. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Now Kennard. Three-pointer. The Clippers rebound. Zubac. And it goes down 2 points. And now it's a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Denver calls timeout.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Both teams deciding to change it up. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. See what they can do, Kevin.
Pass to Porter. And the rejection by Zubac. And up the floor again, the Clippers running the floor. And it's Leonard missing. The Nuggets trail by 3. Here's Porter, and he's going up for the alley-oop, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Everly with the ball. Back to George. Here's the 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And George, here we go. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Shot clock at 5. And here's Leonard from 3. They get it again. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Here's Morris. To the paint. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The 6'10" Serbian Jokic is doing a little bit of everything. A decent scorer, a determined rebounder, and, of course, an elite passer.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Morris.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
George passes to Beverly. Back to George. Zubac kicks to Beverly. Morris against George. Over Morris. George missing again.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Out to Morris. Back to McGee. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Floats it up for Jokic. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
Huge turnover at really the worst possible time. You have to value every possession, especially at this stage of the game.
Just 2 to shoot. High post try. But they recover it. Morris passes to Porter. On the wing, Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Leonard brings the double team.
And can you not love the tenacity of Leonard? One of the best defenders to enter the league in quite some time.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It drops.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. The pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Morris against Beverly.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul him on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
Beverly just motivated every night to get out here, to play, to compete. He hustles and wants to make it really tough on anybody that's on the opposing side of things.
Morris outside. Pass to Jokic. Three-pointer. He's off from 3. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. That was a... All right, David, great job. And the starting lineups have concluded. So just welcome to this Sunday afternoon edition of the Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2-guard position. And for the Mavericks, they've got Dwight Powell, Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Now, here's Richardson. Doncic passes to Richardson. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Doncic missing. And here's Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. And the rejection by Zubac. And stolen by Richardson. Paul George with the steal. It's tipped. Powell with the steal. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
You see the mentality of Josh Richardson. Be aggressive and leave no doubt.
Beverley feeling it out a bit. Porzingis comes with the double team. To the middle. And Beverley kicks to Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. It's tipped. Here's Porzingis, the fast break chance. The pass to Powell. Doncic against Leonard. Doncic outside. Passes it to Richardson. Here's Powell. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. An even 3-on-3 break. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Leonard.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Hardaway's checked in for Dallas.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific fire.
Here's Doncic. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Beverley. Pass to Zubac. No good off the back of the rim. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
George passes to Beverley. Back to George. Fires for 3. That one, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Richardson. And he banks in the layup. Richardson's got his second bucket.
And this is why you get into the weight room. Josh takes the contact, and he was able to power through.
George against Richardson. George looking around. And George with the stuff.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Doncic passes to Powell. Great look, but off the mark. Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now Redick. Paul George missing from long range. Marjanovic passes to Cauley Stein. And the rejection by Cousins.
He is so reliable to Marcus making a play and making it look easy.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's Marjanovic, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
It's a tie game in Dallas. And the second quarter of... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's man in at the small forward spot.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. To the inside. Cousins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Batum finds Jackson. Kennard on the wing. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Kennard's got 6 here in this quarter. Mavericks trail by 6.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Los Angeles has gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Outside, Batum. Back to Kennard. It's blocked, and he gets it back. And he comes up with the deuce.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. And the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Cousins is checked in.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. George with the ball. Ball's knocked loose. Porzingis with the steal. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. The layup missed. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Clippers leading by 4. Beverly dishes to Leonard. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Marjanovic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubas. There's the pass to Beverly, and stolen by Richardson. Now, here's Doncic. 1:41 left in the second quarter. And contact on, and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
George passes to Cousins. And there's the feed to Morris. Shot clock at 2. Shoots over Marjanovic. And the Clippers miss again. Mavericks trail by 4. Doncic dishes to Richardson. Out to Porzingis. Over Leonard. Nifty move. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Here's Jackson. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Brunson scanning the floor. And he makes good on the layup. Brunson's got his first points in this one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And that's it for the first half of action. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead up. And that...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. So it's the Clippers now. The lead is 2. We've got Jalen Brunson. Powell is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Jackson up top. Brunson covering. Jackson passes to Mann. Tries from 10. No good that time. And it's Dallas the other way. To the wing right side. Brunson kicks to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up. But it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
Jackson passes to Zubats. Batum inside the three-point line. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Passes it to Cauley-Stein. Dishes it to Powell. Batum brings the double team. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. Wouldn't matter.
Clock is at 3. Kennard's shot is off. The Mavericks shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Down low, here's Cauley-Stein, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Cauley-Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make him count.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. A 2-point game. Pass to Kennard. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
Batum against Powell. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Richardson, he's checked in for Trey Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Cauley-Stein. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Jackson looking it over. Pass to Kennard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one.
When Kennard is that set up, he almost can't miss. Such a skilled shooter.
And Doncic, here we go. Powell, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. LA has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Floats it up for Cousins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Natural-born finisher DeMarcus Cousins bringing the hammer.
Mavericks trail by 3. 1:56 left to play here in the third. Here's Doncic. Count that one. Doncic has got his second basket.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Kennard against Richardson. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Exploding to the rim, Luke Kennard slams it in. His offensive energy is a difference maker.
Inside and stolen by Patterson. Kennard for 3. The offensive rebound.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Now Doncic. Richardson dishes to Doncic. He feeds it to Powell. Back to Doncic. Chalk up 2 there. Doncic has got 6 points.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Doncic with the steal. A finish. And Doncic throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
There's Jackson with the 3. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Zubats.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And George able to finish. He's got 6.
Bringing the intensity on the glass. If Paul George is out there, he's going to give it his all.
It's good.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team. Jalen Brunson. Tim Hardaway Jr.
5 seconds left in the third quarter. Takes a three, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. The Clippers on top, up by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Beverly. And the pass to Oturu. It's George on the wing. Pocket 6. Out to the right wing. Beverly wide open. No good on the triple.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
The Clippers shooting at 50% in a decent groove. And finished off by Leonard.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Brunson against Beverly. Clippers leading by 3, and so they choose to intentionally foul. A different look for Dallas. Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you got to protect the ball.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. George against Doncic. Outside, Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. Back to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Beverly against Doncic. Pass to Zubac. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
The drive by Doncic. The Clippers grab the miss. George has got 7 rebounds in the game. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Beverly with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. And here's George. 5 on the clock. Leonard with no one around. A 3-pointer off the mark. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They trail by 3. And the rejection by Zubac. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. The drive by Doncic. Marjanovic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Outside, George, and stolen by Richardson. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Always going up for the alley-oop here, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
He did not waver on his decision-making. Josh with the opportunity down the stretch.
George with the ball. Out guarded by Porzingis. And the Clippers miss again. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Wide-open shot is on the money. Now it's a 4-point Dallas lead.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Outside, George. Here's Morris. And the Clippers miss again.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
The 3 for Doncic. Another 3 for Dallas.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And the Clippers making a change here as well. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Marcus Morris.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Doncic passes to Richardson. 6 on the shot clock. George against Doncic. From deep. Excellent D there from George.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
It falls. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Huge bucket by DeMarcus. The big man loves the big moment.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Absolutely. They're within striking distance, but they have to make pretty much every shot.
Now, here's George. He's guarded closely. From deep three-point range, misses the tray. With his first shot attempt and the miss. So a close game sees Dallas to... All right, David, thank you. And the state flag of Texas looking majestic tonight. We're coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. We've got Gordon. JaVale McGee is out there with Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Porter in at the 2 spot. And for Dallas, Powell is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Doncic over Gordon. And that one's good. Doncic has got the opening basket of the game for the Mavs.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
Morris kicks to Gordon. The kick out to Porter. Back to Gordon. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Now here's Doncic. Teardrop shot. Nice D from Porter.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now here is Morris. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. It doesn't go for him. And it's Dallas the other way. Fast break Dallas. That's tipped. Powell dishes to Doncic. That one falls.
No shortage of confidence from Luka Doncic. If he gets a clean pass, it's going up.
Morris against Doncic. Now Morris. Porter in the corner. The dish to McGee. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Porzingis.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Here's Richardson. And foul on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Poked away. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis, lays it up off the glass. But Greg, with your son getting drafted, you join the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now
kidding.
he's an all-star
kidding.
last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Denver also making some changes. Paul Millsap is checked in for JaVale McGee. Rivers comes in for Michael Porter, and it's Shaquille Harrison in for Monte Morris. Now, here's Jokic. Shot, high post, and he hits the jump shot. Jokic has got 6.
A nice touch on the jump shot. Jokic's shooting ability changes his team's definition of spacing.
Here's Brunson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Harrison kicks to Millsap. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Here's Brunson. Following the basket by Jokic. A pass to Richardson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. .27 seconds left in the first quarter. And the shot goes in.
Austin Rivers knows how to navigate through defenses, puts the ball on the deck and gets to his spot.
17 seconds left to play in the first. Fast break, here they come. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, January 15th of 2015 provided a special moment in NBA history. Austin Rivers made his debut for the Clippers guys, who were coached, of course, by Doc Rivers. That was the first time in history a father coached his son in an NBA game. What a special, special time.
1 second left. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Harrison. Michael Porter's out there with Jermichael Green. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Rivers in at the shooting guard. And here are the Nuggets now, following the score by Dallas. Rivers scanning the floor. Doncic against Porter. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Cauley Stein. And they're pushing it up. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. The Mavericks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. He hits the second from the line. Doncic outside. And he hits it to tie the game up. Doncic has got 6.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Burke. Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Now here's Rivers. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Rivers has got his second bucket of the game to go. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 6. And the layup falls. Doncic has got the lead up to 2 now for the man.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Rivers. 6 points for him. Millsap misses. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Here's Rivers. The Mavericks making the shot. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Doncic. And it's Rivers with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 4. Porter passes to Chansho. He kicks to Millsap. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here we go, one-on-one. Finney-Smith passes to Kleber. And here is Marjanovic. Dallas moving the ball around. Doncic finds Cauley Stein. Dallas needs to get off a shot. On the clock. Here's Marjanovic. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A different look for Dallas. Josh Richardson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter to stop the drought. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from McGee.
How about the concentration on that assist? Changed his mind mid-shot and put the pass right on the money.
Richardson outside. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Marjanovic with the slam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now, here is Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. Hardaway is subbed in for Maxi Kleber. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
McGee with the block. They get it back, and the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. There's 37 seconds left in the first half of the game. Morris outside. He gets that one. Morris has got 5 now. The Mavericks leading. Brunson scanning the floor. Outside, Porzingis. 12 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Harrison. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. And that'll do it.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
They've got Marjanovic, Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Now, here's Porter. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They lead by 1. Porter with the steal.
You know, anticipation is a huge part of defense, and he played it perfectly right there.
A different look for Denver. JaVale McGee comes in for Jermichael Green, and Monte Morris subbed in for Harrison. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Morris kicks to Gordon. Throws it up high. McGee's shot is off.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And Doncic, here we go.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Morris outside. And there it is for him. Morris has got 7 points in the game.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Dallas. Doncic outside. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. High post, Cauley Stein. Out to Doncic. Pocket 4. Offline with his 3.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you play?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so vital.
Tim Hardaway Jr. to me is a terrific all-around player, right? He can score it, he can pass it, he'll rebound the position. There's a lot to like about his game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Josh Richardson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here is McGee. Over Porzingis, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. The Nuggets also changing it up. John Charles checked in. And it's Austin Rivers in for Harrison.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Outside Hardaway. Porzingis inside, guarded by McGee.
You know, I know that he can make the perimeter jump shot, but I really like it when Porzingis is taking it inside and making the defense deal with all that size.
Denver calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Bol, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Shaquille Harris comes in for Morris. First free throw is good.
I mean, the potential of Kristaps Porzingis, to me, could be terrifying as an opponent. This guy is an incredible big man with the ability to dominate both ends. I cannot wait to see what's next.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And Denver with a change here, too. Porter's checked in. And here's Rivers. He's got 6. Pops in the layup for 2. Rivers has got 8 points.
Austin Rivers' confidence is maybe his greatest asset. This guy is willing to go off the dribble drive and make a play.
Now, here's Doncic. It's a 1-point game. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Rivers with it. He's got 8. Pass to Chuncho. Lots of room. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Over Porter. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Doncic outside. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. It's still any... And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. It's a 1-point game. And Denver will start the 4th quarter with Harrison out there with Porter. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then it's JaMychal Green. And it's Gordon in at the 3. Cauley-Stein's shot is good.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis comes in for Marjanovic. Melly is checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Bol, he's checked in for Denver. Austin Rivers comes in for Shaquille Harrison. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Jokic, he's checked in for Paul Millsap.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Rivers. And the 3 off target. And that's an intentional foul. Dallas leading by 5. Doncic looking it over. Richardson outside. To the middle. Here's Powell. Good work there as it goes. Now it's a 7-point Maverick lead.
That's about great concentration. Dwight Powell, under duress of the defense, finishes nonetheless.
Here's Rivers. The Mavericks pull it in.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Porzingis inside. He's against Jokic. Porzingis can't hit.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Rivers finds Jokic over Porzingis. The Nuggets with another miss.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Richardson, no luck.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Hardaway's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Doncic. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. Morris comes in for Rivers. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Brunson kicks to Richardson. Outside Hardaway. Porter with the steal and pushing it up. Here's Denver. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Aaron Gordon in a big moment, unafraid to deliver. How pretty is that?
Now here's Brunson. The shot missing. Good work defensively by Morris. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Luka Doncic. He's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Now here is Morris. Floats it up for Jokic. Morris finds Jokic, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Huge. Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Doncic against Porter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Dallas making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. Morris against Doncic. Morris inside. To tie it up. 5 to shoot. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Porzingis. Here's Doncic. Back to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. The feed now to Cauley Stein. Porter with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Gordon's running. It's good. And that shot brings them to within just one.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now, here's Doncic. And Cauley Stein has it in the corner. Inside. It counts.
Oh, you love the aggressiveness and the swagger that Porzingis has to take that shot. Such a clutch play from the Latvian.
Morris, left side. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley Stein. He drops the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. So he gets them both. And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Well, Luka Doncic, from the moment he stepped between the lines in the NBA, has flashed incredible potential and skill. Well, those are essential free throws to make a three-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
And here's Morris for 3. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it. Both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for Denver, Monte Morris is out there with Michael Porter. And there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the 4-man position. And the first one drops. And the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
Morris passes to McGee. Shoots over Leonard. Jokic trying to free himself up. It's good from in tight. And so here are the Clippers. 4-point game. Now Leonard. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by McGee.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Morris looking over the floor. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by George. Here's the Clippers. Pass to Zubac. Feeds to Morris. Denver grabs the miss.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it. You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
Here's Beverley following the basket by Jokic. Now here's Zubac. Leonard kicks to Zubac. Just 5 to shoot. Elbow shot is on the way. That one misses. And Denver the other way now. And Jokic likes physical play. Brent, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
And George, here we go. Great positioning on the putback.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, massive relief there. Getting a little bit frustrating for them until that bucket.
Now, here is Morris. Here's Jokic. Outside Porter. A 3-ball. The Nuggets with the new 14.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
George against Porter. Stolen by McGee. There's 1:47 left to play in the first quarter. And a wide open look for Porter. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's George. And he gets it to go.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
And here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Now the pass to Gordon. Shoots over Leonard. And it's Gordon missing. Clippers trail by 6. Leonard finds Morris. Back to Leonard. Morris trying to free himself up. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Morris.
the strength and that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
Right side, Gordon. There's Porter with the three. Nailed from three-point land. Porter's got 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Leonard. Outside for George. Back to Beverly. Outside Leonard. From deep. Rebounded by McGee.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Morris right side to the inside. Here's Jokic. The shot's good. He's got 6.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Nuggets lead by. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Paul Millsap out there at Bowl. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Harrison in at 2 guard. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
And, you know, entering the draft, Bowl was a polarizing prospect. Scouts didn't know who to compare him to and maybe still haven't figured it out.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Pass to Millsap. Over Batum. Offensive rebound. He doesn't hit that one. Clippers trail by 9. Finished off the break.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Rivers passes to Millsap. Poke loose. Here we go, all alone. Goes up, throws down the breakaway jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Lays it up and banks it in.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Kennard with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Man passes to Kennard. 6 to shoot. Again, Los Angeles.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Jackson against Rivers. Passes it to Bull. Puts up a 3. Denver the rebound. Here's Chancellor. No good from outside. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Cousins gets it to go. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standards for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their abilities, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Pass to Patterson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Outside Millsap. Down low. Leonard with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Jackson gets the bucket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Rivers surveying the D. Gordon dishes to Rivers. On the wing, Gordon. He's covered by Leonard. Gordon kicks to Millsap. Shoots over Patterson, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Reggie Jackson. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
The pass to Leonard. Shoots. And again, no good by the Clippers.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there. One of his better qualities as a passing big.
Beverley, the pass to George. There's 37 seconds left in the first half. McGee with it. Working on Zubac. The shot's good from McGee. And now a 7-point Denver lead.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
The three from George. And it's George again missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. And right now, they're just focused on putting together a good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and game is fully in their control.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, after 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They lead by 9 points. And big. And
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been quite a game for JaVale McGee.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Marcus Morris. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now Gordon. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Jokic passes to Porter. Denver needs to get off his shot. There's Gordon with the 3. Kept alive.
Jokic is not the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
Outside Leonard. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Pass to Gordon. Back to Morris. To the paint. Tries from 10. The rebound by Paul George. Clippers trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Porter kicks to Jokic. All sorts of time. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Jokic has got the lead up to 11 now for Denver.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
From deep, George. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Morris passes to Jokic. Off target from three-point range.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Beverly kicks to Morris. George with no one around. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Rivers passes to Millsap. Here's Chanshaw. Back to Millsap. And stolen by Cousins. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line. And when he's on, he can be lights out.
Millsap against Jackson. Millsap passes to Rivers. 5 on the clock. Back to Millsap. The shot. The short one's on the money. Millsap's got 6.
The contact's certainly there, but Millsap just too big and too strong on those type of plays.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Jackson against Rivers. Millsap in the corner. The 3. Drills it from outside. Millsap's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, this offense can be so much more lethal if Paul Millsap's stepping out and drilling 3s.
Jackson in the corner. Cousins finds Kennard. Stolen by Rivers. There's 47 seconds left here in the third quarter. Passes it to Harrison. To the inside. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. All alone. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harrison passes to Millsap. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by the Clippers.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And I like the subtle adjustment he made to create a little space for that one.
Yeah, that's an awesome finish there for sure. Not allowing that big guy to have his way or alter the shot.
And so it's Denver. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Gordon. Green is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Porter. And it's Harrison in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Pass to Kennard. The 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Here's Harrison outside Porter. kicks to Millsap. Back to Porter. Down low from 12 feet out. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Clippers trail by 6. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Now here's Jackson. On the wing, Morris. And Bull pulls it down.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Millsap against Morris. And here's Rivers. Takes the 3. Cousins pulls it in.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Jackson passes to Mann. There's the triple. Los Angeles with another miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Rivers with it. He dishes it to Millsap. The pass to Harrison. Jacks up a 3. That shot off. And the Clippers will come the other way. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Pass to Bull. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
He lobs it up. Kicks it out to Gordon. Denver passing it around. Here's Jokic. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Jokic and body control. Hey, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
Passes it to Beverly. Here's Leonard. True on the 14-footer.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
1:41 left in the game. Pass to McGee. Back to Morris. Lets it go from deep. Jokic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, Jokic getting up there to the rim. Teammates love to see him doing that.
Beverly looking around. From deep, George. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Denver leading by 8. 1:05 left to play here in the fourth. Gordon finds Morris. Jokic inside. Defended by Batum. 6 on the shot clock. And the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Batum. Another miss by Jokic. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for Los Angeles. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Morris outside. Fires from deep. They get it back.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Everly with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. George, that's a 2-pointer. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
Now Morris. So the Nuggets win it, probably a little closer than they would have liked. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the 5. Now here's Beverley following the miss by Porzingis. Clock at 6. Here's George. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. High post, Zubac. Back to Leonard. Zubac kicks to George. No good with the triple. Here's Dallas. Here's Kleba. Off target from outside.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Beverly the pass to Morris. Here's George. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Leonard kicks to Zubac. Back to Leonard. There's the pass to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. The three for Doncic. Morris with the rebound.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Morris. Here's Zubac. The 15-footer. Morris, no good.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Richardson dishes to Hardaway. Dallas, no good that time either.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
George against Richardson. Pass to Zubac. Doncic with the steal. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. Good on the shot.
Pushes it quickly, and he gets something before the defense can set up. Richardson's a good finisher in transition.
Outside Leonard. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Over Hardaway. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Doncic feeling it out. The three-pointer, no good. Clippers leading by 4. Outside Leonard. The 3 from Morris. Mavericks with the rebound. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Finney Smith gets it to go.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Outside Leonard from deep three-point range. No good on that one.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Morris against Doncic. Porzingis passes to Doncic. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
Leonard kicks to Zubac. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And then for Dallas, Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Richardson.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And that one drops.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the first. And here's George. Dishes to Leonard. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Nobody near George. And it's off from three-point range. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. We'll take a quick break, then get you back. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Dallas, Cauley Stein is out there with Powell. Then there's Maxi Kleber. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Brunson in at the 1. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Out to the wing. Batum against Brunson. Cousins trying to free himself up. They grab their own miss. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
You see the feel from DeMarcus Cousins, tracking down the miss, then making good on the second chance opportunity.
Brunson the pass to Kleber. And here is Hardaway. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Batum. Launches it. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
And, Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Brunson kicks to Kleber. The pass to Hardaway. There's the dish to Cauley Stein. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Cousins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Clippers leading by 4. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Outside for Jackson. Batum passes to Mann. 6 to shoot. That's a 2 from Kennard. A putback. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got 6.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Hardaway with a wide open look. Misses the 3.
And they continue to control the glass.
Pass to Jackson. Now, here's Kennard. Over Kleber. Keeps it alive. Cousins on the follow. He's got 8.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kleber with it. Outside Hardaway. Dallas, no good that time either.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Mavericks trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Jackson passes to Cousins. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Back to Cousins.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they really started to get it closer to the basket.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Now here's Brunson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Now Kleber. Hardaway for three. Makes that one after missing his first 6 shot attempts. 1 for 7 and hungry for more.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on 1 of them.
Passes to Kennard. Lets the 3 fly. The shot, no good. DeMarcus Cousins, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He made his mark in a... All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard. And that does it for our halftime show.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at DeMarcus Cousins in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. And it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for the Clippers. George. And George able to finish. George has got the first points of the second half up on the boards for Los Angeles.
You know, offensive rebounding is largely about hustle. Paul George plays with great energy and focus.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Doncic.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Morris kicks to Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Can't hit from the elbow. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Richardson dishes to Doncic. Another 3 for Dallas.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively. Discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
And there's the pass to Beverly. Zubats with it. He dishes it to George. Back to Zubats. Porzingis with the steal. Richardson up top, defended by George. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Beverly against Doncic. Here's George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
The Clippers trail. Kicks it to Morris. Back to George. To the middle. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Right side, Porzingis. On pass to Porzingis. He can't get that one.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Zubats kicks to Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Morris right side. Back to Leonard. From past the arc. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Got a piece of it. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Marjanovic passes to Richardson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you got to protect the ball.
And the Clippers making a change here. Patterson's checked in. And Dallas with a change here, too. Redick is checked in. Beverly dishes to Leonard. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Mavericks with some changes. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Burke. Los Angeles with another miss. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Hardaway passes to Powell. From deep. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Cousins for the lead. Another shot. Pass to Man. Left side, Batum. Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 12 rebounds. And here's Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He kicks it to Burke. Hardaway from outside. And no good that time. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Clippers lead by 2. And here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Burke in at the shooting guard.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Platoon passes to Jackson. And the pass to Kennard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Patterson. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
The Clippers in the lead. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Cousins is checked in.
You know, a little inconsistent from deep when he first entered the league. Jackson now an emerging three-point threat.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Brunson. Pass to Burke. Here's Cauley-Stein. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Jackson against Brunson. Passes it to Kennard. Cousins inside. Guarded by Powell. And that one drops for him. And the Clippers lead by 5.
And don't kid yourself about Cousins. He has the ability to see the whole floor, and he's willing to share the wealth.
Hardaway finds Powell. Over Cousins. Here's Burke. Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Pass to Kennard. It's deflected. And here we go. Burke heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. And it's now only a 1-point Los Angeles lead.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
They can't be afraid to keep pushing the basketball in transition because in a half-court set, they're struggling a little bit.
And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. George with the ball. Outside Leonard. 13 feet away. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
1:39 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's Doncic missing. Clippers leading by 3. Now here's Leonard. The pass to Cousins. And here is Zubac. Over Richardson. Got a hand on it.
He's a factor defensively. He's 6'6" with a 6'10" wingspan. Josh gets off the floor quickly.
1:14 left here in the fourth quarter. Back to Doncic. Shot on the wing. The putback. Can't hit that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. Now Beverly. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. Here's Doncic. To tie it up. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Back to Beverly. Clippers moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. And the Mavericks with possession here. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Nails the tray.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And here's Leonard.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're down by 2. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick. Don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try for a 3 off the inbound play and go for the win. Definitely doable.
To win the game. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.